All around Sri Lanka, coral reefs are dying out. From climate change to ocean pollution and decades of industry exploitation, their health and numbers have experienced a steep decline over the last century. But is there hope to restore them? My name is Sadé Greenwood and I am Miss Sri Lanka for Miss World 2021 and I am the Social and Sustainability Ambassador of the Tokyo Cement Group. We are here in Rumassala to find out how Sri Lanka's largest cement manufacturer is restoring and changing course of the decline of our coral reefs.
Coral reefs are extremely important in terms of refuges of biodiversity. They provide breeding grounds, feeding habitats, nursery grounds for a wide range of species globally. Similarly, in Sri Lanka, they contain the highest marine biodiversity as well. For people, they're also very important because they're breeding grounds for many commercially important species of fish that we eat. They are very important for reef-based fisheries.
Despite their inherent value to our ecology, our coral reefs weren't always protected by law. Over the past several decades, human activity and climate change have wiped out 90% of our coral habitats.
Historically, probably the single biggest threat to coral reefs in Sri Lanka was coral mining. In more recent times, its overfishing is probably the main threat. The use of destructive fishing methods like dynamite, certain prohibited types of fishing nets like bottom set nets can cause a lot of habitat damage and also kind of overexploit fish populations. And of course pollution, both what we see as solid waste pollution and also pollution from agriculture and upriver sources from nutrient runoff and pesticides as well. Losing coral reefs would mean not only losing the biodiversity, which is important as a biodiversity refuge, but also for people who depend on coral reefs. If you have a lot of fisheries dependent on coral reefs, the collapse of the coral reef ecosystem, the collapse of fish populations is going to affect the livelihoods of people. Also, if you physically remove the coral reefs, like we had with the coral mining historically, you can increase sea erosion because coral reefs actually help to prevent sea erosion. And also tourism actually dependent on coral reefs for snorkeling tours, diving. All of these are going to significantly suffer when the coral reefs that people come to see are destroyed.
In the 1980s, the government started banning coral mining and destructive fishing activities to help limit the destruction of coral reefs. Since then, coral conservation and replanting efforts like this have been helping our corals make a comeback.
Tokyo Cement inspired in this coral reef restoration project as the big corporate entity where we deal with cement. The basic idea came from our R&D department to upscale, upcycle our waste concrete products to reef balls. We have many partners, mainly Blue Resources Trust and Ocean Resource Conservation Association, ORCA, and Navy also our key partner.
We started working with Tokyo Cement in 2019. We initially installed a pilot project of about 20 domes in Rumassala. On that 20 domes, we have already planted about 500 species of coral onto them.
Today, Tokyo Cement's reef rehabilitation is actively planting these makeshift coral nurseries in major coral reef hotspots around Sri Lanka. From here in Galle to Pasikuda, Trincomalee, Jaffna, Kalpitiya and Sinigama.
The use of coral domes is one of the best ways that we can do in restoring these habitats and the structure of the reef, and it provides very good substrates for replanting coral.
ලබාදෙන ඩෝම්ස් දාලා කැඩිච්ච කොරල් කොටස් එකතු කරලා පරේ වෙනම අපි තවාණක් හදලා තියෙනවා. ඒ තවාණට තියලා තවාණේ ඉඳලා ඊ ලබන සීසන් එකේ මාස 6කින් 7කින් විතර අපි නැවතේ කොන්ක්‍රීට් ඩෝම් වලට කොරල් ඉන්නවා. ඒ කොරල් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මාසයකට සෙන්ටිමීටරයක් විතර වර්ධනය වෙනවා. අවුරුද්දක් ඇතුළත සෙන්ටිමීටර 24ක් 30ක් විතර ප්‍රමාණයක් වර්ධනය වෙනවා ඒ කොරල් විශේෂ.
So that's where the coral reef restoration has a key role in the long-term recovery of reefs, where you create these pockets of diversity and pockets of habitat diversity for the reefs to recover.
ඇත්තටම මම ගමේ කෙනෙක් හැටියට මේක සෑහෙන්න වටිනවා. මොකද දැන් සංචාරක ව්‍යාපාරය ගොඩක් දියුණු වෙලා තියෙනවා රුමස්සල. ඒක මේ කරන දෙයින් ඒ වගේම මාළු පැටව බෝ වෙන්න මේ දාන ඩෝම්ස් එක්ක මාළු බෝ වෙන්න සංචාරක ව්‍යාපාරයට මේ ග්ලාස් බෝට්ටු වල ජොබ් කරන අයට සෑහෙන වටිනවා. ඉතින් මේ කරන දේ ඒ නිසා ඉතින් අපි මමත් උත්සාහ කරනවා අපේ ආයතනයේත් ORCA ආයතනයත් උත්සාහ කරනවා මේ හොඳ පරේ කොටසක් හරි හදලා රුමස්සල පරේ නැවත තිවිත් තත්ත්වයකින් කොටසක් හරි හදන්න අපි උත්සාහ කරනවා.
Despite legal protection and ongoing conservation efforts, Sri Lanka's coral reefs are still threatened by issues like pollution, climate change, and illegal fishing practices. So there is still a great deal more that needs to be done.
When we start projects, we stay with the organizations in long term, whatever we can do to rehabilitate and support the research community to continue their work.
Time is running out to save what remains of our coral reef. But thanks to restoration efforts like this, there's hope that one day we may see them return to their former glory.